On this podcast again?
CHAII SHYY, right? Isn't that
Can
your
you say it correctly?
CHAII SHYY?
So my name is Shaver. I do like South Asian content on the internet, and I post breakup shit. I also have.
Why do you post breakup shit? That's a good question.
Wait, bro, you got to intro you.
My name is Biagio. I am from Venezuela. I met Xavier in college. Like 6, 7 years ago?
7 years ago.
7 years ago. I study finance. I'm in finance. I work a normal job. I'm not in social media, but maybe that's a good perspective brought up.
It's called CHAII SHYY because South Asian people sit around and they just conversate with chai, and then the shy aspect of it is basically just like we might spill some tea.
People like me who are shy.
Or shy, yeah, I guess. Hey, that's actually fire. Wait, that actually fits.
Yeah, you got the
chai
outgoing guy,
and you're the shy guy. That's fire. Yo, that's sick. I didn't even think about that. Okay, so I want to disclose the alien situation, and I just want to go at like, what do you think?
First of all, we all knew there was fucking aliens. I just think that it's very convenient on how they say these things. Like they bring it out in specific moments.
So you think it's not real?
No, I think it's real. I think it's convenient that they bring it out right now.
It's only in the U.S., bro. Haven't you seen that shit?
I just think it's convenient. Media, they go around doing things specifically at specific moments to get attention away from other things. But that's all. That's as far as I'm going to get into that.
Also, I want to know, on my Instagram, I asked questions for us for the podcast, so I'm just gonna be bringing them in while we speak, just to keep it interesting. So the first question is from our friend Robert, and
oh no,
he wanted to ask Biagio because Biagio got really shredded all of a sudden.
It's been 2 years.
No, it hasn't.
2 years to get to this point.
Robert, he's gonna watch this. He's gonna laugh. Robert is asking, how have the roids changed your perspective? And do you have mood swings? Well, tell him what body percent, all that you are now. What do you think?
I have no idea what body percent.
He's like 7% body fat right now, guys.
And I've never taken steroids. It took me 2 years to get to this point, eating healthy almost every single day. I run almost 15 miles a week. I work out every day.
15 miles a week.
I average an hour of working out every day, except for once a week. So of your life, this whole mindset and the way that you go about this, you can do with anything, with work, with your relationships, with family, with any goal that you have in mind. So it changed my life.
It also like people around you too, because I've noticed like a lot of our friends see you and kind of get motivated. Like I've been doing cardio too because like I see how much you've changed, and like
that brings the point of where I'll bring up Jake Paul. If you look at my Tyson or any of the real boxers or any real athlete, they all
love his
him.
stuff. Yeah,
but only the people that are haters of fucking
Bradley
computer
Martin
warriors,
yeah,
the journalists were fat, most of them.
Yeah,
like they're the ones that like, oh, he's not a real professional, this and that.
Yeah.
Why? Because they're haters. They don't do anything with their life.
Bradley Martin, you see what he said about Jake Paul?
He can beat Jake Paul. He can beat any boxer because he's like, oh, I'm way bigger than you and stronger than you. Let me get you. Like, if I grab you, you're dead.
Yeah,
but that's not true.
So that's exactly what I was thinking about. Like if you tell someone that comes at me and they're like, oh, I started posting TikTok, I'm like, yeah, do it, bro. Like why not? Like who cares? But
just be consistent. Take your time. Don't expect it to come easy.
Someone that comes out to you, they're like, oh, I want to start running marathons and stuff, and you're like, do it. Take the initiative. Make the step. Like
what did I do? I started running. I haven't ran a marathon yet, but I started running a mile on the treadmill. And then it just became into more. Yeah,
I mean, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's like a lot of people, like, their biggest issue is themselves. You know what I mean? Like, they're fighting themselves. We're both like that. We both fight ourselves half the time.
Yeah, but it's how you react to it. It's how you respond to that. You either take the easy way out and you're like, oh, fuck that guy. Who does he think he is? He can't do it. Yeah. And you're just rationalizing it because you don't think you can do it. So you're just saying, like, oh, no, he can't do it because you don't think you can do it.
No, facts. And like I genuinely think like a lot of people will fail because they're in their own head. Like you have to fail to succeed. people that are watching, they're gonna like disclaimer. We are nowhere near where we want to be, but we're just giving our opinion on like how we started on things we want to accomplish. You know.
One thing about podcasts is like,
And now we're podcasting.
I'm just a normal person. Shryy is just a normal dude.
We're all normal people.
Like, what I'm trying to say is there's nothing special about me, nothing special about him. I haven't reached any of my goals yet. I'm not where I want to be. Shryy isn't either. We're just
not even close.
I'm not a professional at anything where, like, let's say like some PhD professor comes and talks. They know what they're doing. That they've reached their goals where you can respect what they're saying. We're just normal people.
But it's the mindset.
Yeah.
That's what differentiates you from like the average Joe to like, I believe, bro, you could have $5,000 in your bank account, but if you are motivated and you're driven to becoming a millionaire, I feel like that's it.
And
that's the mindset.
That's one goal. Some people don't want to be rich. Some people want to have an amazing family or amazing like connection.
Majority,
and that's their goal. Some people don't want to be rich and just want to be in, like, I don't know, a farmer. There's nothing wrong with that. The answer to yourself of why you're doing things is what's important. If you're doing it because you want to be better than everyone else, you're doing it wrong. If you're doing it because you want to improve yourself in your life and your future family's life and your whole family, then that's the right way to do it.
And that's basically in the first part of your 20s, you're basically trying to prove other people, not yourself.
Yeah, because you don't know who you are. And you're just
trying
to go through life and try to see where you fit in. That's what high school is, junior high. You go into these cliques.
I feel like the thing is, I always notice from someone else's perspective, like especially a woman's perspective, I feel like they can sense that like this guy is literally doing things just for validation or like.
Oh, 100%. That's their like hidden talent.
They just know, bro.
Intuition. They know. Always take accountability for everything that happens. Everything that happens to me is my fault.
That's kind of harsh. Bro, that's so harsh. I mean, I agree. Because, like, you know what you're doing at the end of the day, right? Like, if you're going on a trip for a girl that doesn't give you the time of day and then she just ghosts you after and you paid for the entire trip, whatever, that's your fault. You did that. You went on the trip. So, yeah.
You made the decision.
In the moment, you're not going to see that.
What led up to that happening? Obviously, she doesn't respect you. So
she wasn't reciprocating.
Yeah, but you were okay with that. So that's your fault.
But let's be honest, like most guys are like delusional to the point where even if they don't reciprocate all the way, they'll still find a way to like if she's not reciprocating the energy, I would still feel like, oh, I can still get her to do it. And that's what like pushes me.
That comes back to the same point that we just talked about. Why are you doing things? To get the validation from outside instead of from yourself.
Exactly.
So that's
and then
where it's wrong.
When you get to an older age, you come to a point where who fucking cares? It's like,
bro.
You're going to die eventually. Might as well die with someone you fucking love.
There will be someone that will come into your life that will get everything you do. Until that point, just do what you do.
I don't know, bro. I don't really believe in that shit. I don't believe in like the one anymore. Like all that crap.
It's not about being the one. It's
but like
about
we're
that
brainwashed
person.
to think there is the one. There's not the one. She ain't the one. She can become the one.
But what I'm saying is everyone has their things that they're okay with and their things that they're not okay with. At some point, you'll meet someone that you fit the criteria that they're looking for, and you're already at the right growth in personal growth where you're an adult in a relationship and are able to take care of that.
If you met someone right now, do you think, and they're the one, how long would you take to like pop the question or like wanting to marry them? Because that is very opinionated to people.
It really depends on where you're at in life. Are you ready to get married, Xavier? Right now?
Yeah.
You're financially ready to get married. You're emotionally ready.
Yeah.
You're ready to settle down with someone.
I'm being serious. Do I want to get married? No. But if it was a right, bro, that people that are like, oh, I would love to get married in 6 months if I started dating. In my head, I'm like, that's not even realistic, bro. You're going to marry the love of your life. You're going to marry someone forever, and you'll know in 6 months?
Well, I don't think there's a time frame, first of all.
And I
just think, like I just asked you, you have to be mentally ready to settle down. If you're not ready,
And we have friends
but
that
you just said you're not ready. You don't want to get married,
no,
but you're ready. That's not. That
no.
doesn't
If
make
I had
sense.
like if I was in a hypothetical situation and I met the woman tonight, tomorrow, whenever,
But Xavier, this comes to the point where
I would marry her.
if you're not ready to
ASAP.
get married, the people that you surround yourself with are not gonna. You're not bringing that type of energy in. You have to meet people that are in the same frame as you.
No, I get that, but this is hypothetical, right? Like that's not even possible if I found a girl right now.
It is possible. You could walk outside and run into someone. It happens.
That's not gonna happen with me, bro.
Realistic? Is it statistic?
That's not happening.
I'm saying where you have to be in the right mindset where you attract that type of energy.
No.
If that's what you want, if you're trying to get married and you're open to it, you're not forcing it. You're open to it. You're attracting that.
Okay, let me ask you this. If you were in that situation and you met, let's say hypothetically, you met a girl tomorrow, you knew she was the one, right? How long would it take?
I already told you there's no time frame. It just depends on the two people.
So if you like, this is hypothetical. So if she's gonna be your wife, and she wanted to get married, would you wait? Like ASAP.
I don't think it's like I just said. It's not a time frame. It's you have to go through things with that person to see how they're gonna react in certain situations. In my opinion, you have to go through the goods, the bads, you being at your worst, them being at their worst, you being at your best, them being at their best, and seeing how you two react to each other as a team. That could take a month. That could take 4 years or longer. You just have to go through all those stages to see if that person really is going to be your teammate in life. It's not a time frame thing. It's a experience thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm only stating that because, like I said, there's people I've met that are like, I want to get married in 6 months. And I'm like, how do you already know that? They're like, oh, I put that time frame for myself because I'll know in 6 months if I want to marry the individual. And when I heard that perspective, it made me reevaluate a lot of myself. That's why I just said I would be down. Because I'm also like that. Like, bro, if I met, ticks all my boxes, shout out Love Island. If I met her, I wouldn't wait. I'd be down. Like, I want to get married. I want to travel. In my religion, like, we're not supposed to be doing all this. We have to be married.
That's why I'm saying it's not a time frame thing. I'm not saying that I'm not ready or not ready. All I'm saying is that if the right person comes and I go through all those things and I'm sure that this person will be my teammate for the rest of our lives, then I wouldn't mind getting married tomorrow.
Yeah. But what if I did that? What would you tell me? I call you?
Based off of your background of experience with women, I would be like, you're crazy.
Damn, bro, that'd be nuts. Well, yeah. I feel like you'd be like, no, stupid ass. I'm not coming to your wedding.
Yes. You're right.
Just imagine, like, bro, I'm, like, calling, like, our homies, and I'm telling them, like, yo, I'm
At
getting
the end
there.
of the day,
They wouldn't even believe me,
At
bro.
the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter what I think or anyone thinks.
Yeah.
If you think it's the right choice for you and they think it's the right choice for them and you're both happy, that's all that matters in life. Because you don't know how much time you have left here. You have to be happy and you have to enjoy your life with the people that you want to enjoy them with. 'Cause
Facts.
being rich alone is horrible. Being poor alone is horrible too. Anything that you can't share with the people you care about is just that's not what we're meant to be doing here.
Yeah, no, 100%. We're both, like, being in your, like, technically we're in our late 20s now, aren't we?
Yes.
To realize what's best for you.
If you have high
And it
standards
screwed me over.
and you know exactly what you're looking for, you don't allow the bullshit into your life. Like, oh, this person's only here because they want attention. You won't give them attention, and then you won't have those issues that you're talking about.
So you think, and I already know this because I know you're about to say,
Ask.
do you think women will entertain a guy that they're not interested in just because they want the attention?
Yes. And guys do the same.
But then why don't they get it from, they would, technically.
From what?
Like, let's say, like, I've been in this scenario where I was telling you I was talking to a girl, and she just stops talking to me a few days. And you literally tell me, like, bro, she just wanted your attention. Why mine? Why not anybody else?
Because in that moment, she wanted your attention. I don't know. That's that person's question. Why do you do it with specific people?
Maybe it's that's a valid. Okay, I don't do that. We're still on a podcast. I don't do that, but I feel like
Some people are bored and they want to have
Out
attention.
of boredom.
And you're at that specific moment, you're the one that's giving them attention. Oh, okay, cool. I'll take
There's
it.
also that
But
curiosity. You know
This
what I
is
mean?
where I'm telling you, that's where you have your boundaries and you have the things that you're looking for, and you don't allow it. The person, okay, you give them the chance, they stop talking to you, they ghost you, and then they come back. You don't let them come back because they're wasting your time. They lost their chance with you. If you let them come back, respect's gone, and they know you don't have any boundaries, so they're gonna keep doing the same thing. You're literally teaching them what to do to
Facts.
treat you.
Facts. How do you prioritize your partner to know they are getting the type of validation they should receive? Like,
Providing the validation that they need.
yeah, like
It's called
obviously communication, but like, what if even after that they're still wanting more? Do you think there's some sort of
Well, there comes to a point where after you've communicated, let's say, okay, whatever, this girl is communicating to me and I haven't done it and she keeps communicating it to me. Obviously, if they don't draw the line, it comes back to the point that I just said. And then they're like, if you don't do it and this is something that I really need,
yeah?
this is over. Then you're just going to be like, you're not going to do it because you know they're not going to do anything about it. So why the fuck would you change anything that you're doing?
Do you think it's due to the fact how social media has kind of like made us think about there's always other options, so they're never, this individual in that relationship thinks they could find better if they don't receive that type of validation or that type of
I
like
think
want, quote
I
unquote.
think social media has made it where people think that if there's one thing wrong, they can just like, oh no, this isn't it, I'll go find someone else.
Yeah.
But they don't try hard enough to fix whatever it is because it most likely is something minor. But I don't think it has to do with the first part of the question. As a guy, what do you think a girl's like checklist on a first date would be
In a guy's perspective, like what a girl wants
Yes.
in a relationship?
No,
I mean,
on a first date, for it to be a great first date.
Okay, I feel like, I mean, girls love to conversate, right? And so do I. I feel like they would want like a social setting where you can just sit down and talk to them without like anything crazy. A normal like.
Well, I'm not talking about the date. I'm talking about the guy. Qualities in the guy.
Huh? What do you mean?
Or so like, oh, the guy like makes the decisions, keeps her in mind.
Like, what are things a guy should do on a first date?
Like character traits, like things.
Okay, so
qualities.
obviously he should be chivalrous. So open the door, pay the bill, kind of like not be assertive in a way, but like just be, confident.
A leader.
Be confident. Show that like you care, but also show that like you're the man, right? Like on a first date, it's a bit tough because you're trying to learn the dynamic of it. Yeah. But like once you guys figure out each other's communication levels, it gets to a point where it's supposed to be like smooth. And if it doesn't,
well,
that's
not
the right
not
girl.
on the first date. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Like you have to show that you were raised right, that you respect.
She's gonna know you're raised right just because of like your
how you
actions,
act. Yeah, that's
right?
what I'm saying.
Like they look at if he opens the door, or they like
stand by the street instead
this
of
is
on the inside.
Bro, low key, this is like the biggest thing I've learned is like hand placement. Do you know this?
On what?
So basically women they notice like where you place your hands.
In what way?
In like, let's say you're leaving you're leaving the restaurant and you're opening the door and your hands like, you're not doing it on purpose, but it's like behind her. You're like patting it behind her.
Hand placement on her.
Yeah, like accidentally, like you're just being, it's instinctive, right? So like women really pay attention to like that. Like they notice where you place your hand, and like in our perspective, we're just kind of just doing us. But if it's, I think that's a little thing they look at. Well, no,
that's in your perspective. Some guys are actually actively thinking of what.
Yeah, but like when you're like leaving a restaurant, you're like, you're just, your hands on her lower back, you're just walking out.
It can be.
Maybe you're trying to show some sort of like assertiveness in that way. But like I've heard from a lot of my friends saying like they pay attention to what else? Like whenever a guy gets the bill, right? And if you're a dick to
people
the
around
waitress,
you, not just to the girl, because obviously at
like,
first you're gonna be nice to her, but everyone else.
I think calm, cool, and collective is. So what are your icks on a first date? Like things you get the ick from when you're on a date with a girl on the first date?
I feel like number one is someone or a girl that expects everything. And by that I mean like they think too highly of themselves. They're not
Yes.
like
That
what's
is
the
an
word I'm
ick.
looking for.
Where she put where she just thinks she's Beyonce.
Yes, she thinks she's fucking
like we're normal
model.
people. Yeah,
Like, her ego is way too high.
Yeah, like she has that like that model look face. She's like,
no, not that. The way she
Okay.
acts, not that. I'm talking about the way she acts. Also, like when they cut you off when you're talking, like we're talking, like yes, you got a point, but you don't have to be rude either. Like etiquette, stuff
yeah,
like that.
facts.
When they go and they're not mindful. Obviously, I'm gonna pay for the date, but if they're just fucking going, oh, I'm gonna grab the most expensive shit.
And they're like purposely like
Yeah.
using your money.
Dude, the way she acts, the way she represents herself. Like if she, what I'm
How
trying
do
to
you
say,
get the ick from that, bro?
how she dresses, how she
Oh.
acts, like how the makeup that she puts on. If
Okay.
she fucking, I really don't like girls that bite their nails. Fucking hate that.
You won't. She probably won't do that on the first date.
No, you can tell by the way.
Oh,
like,
but
you
that
can-
will gross you out.
Yes.
Okay.
If you bite your nails, I'm sorry, it's just not.
The check comes, and she's just looking at you like she's giving you that look, like yeah, you better pay.
like she
like-
expects it.
Yeah, she expects it. Like okay, it's
Yeah,
not
it's kind
a
of
bad-
nice sometimes when they're like, "Oh, let me
Yeah,
get it." But
I
you know
don't
that they're
expect
not-
them
yeah.
to do that. But when you're purposely like showing me the eyes of like, I'm here because, you know, like I'm like you said initially, like I know what you know why I'm here. Like I'm the prize. Like okay,
you
you
know,
are.
Like
You're
there's
not,
there's
but-
a way to prevent that from happening, and it's most of the time girls go to the bathroom or you go to the bathroom, just get to check when they're not there.
Oh yeah.
And then it's done. And
Yeah.
then you can just seamlessly leave. There's no.
But I like
awkwardness.
doing that, bro, because I want to see. That is a test for me. Like when the check comes, a high quality woman. I know this is like a stretch, but I feel a high quality woman shows some sort of like, oh, let's split, or I'll do this, or I'll do. And it's like opinionated, but like from my personal experience, every woman that has like not attempted, but even like the little subtlest hint, made me realize she was a high quality woman.
I differ from your point of view because if I'm asking a girl out on a date, I'm 100% going to pay for it.
Yeah, for
I'd
sure.
rather
Yeah,
just
yeah.
make it seamless and
Yeah.
just like, you know what? Oh, she went to the bathroom. Hey, waiter, come over here. Let me get the
Yeah,
check
no,
done.
no,
It's
no,
over.
100%.
Or I'll go to the bathroom and
Yeah.
just,
But when I've done that before too, where I've literally paid like when she went to the bathroom, or whatever. But it's like that's just a test for me to see like, even though in the relationship I'm very like, I guess like conservative in that
but that's
aspect
in a
because I always
relationship.
pay.
We're talking about just date.
No, I'm talking about like because you go on a date because you want to be in a relationship with a girl, right? Like if I think that's a green flag. Do I care if she doesn't? No, but is okay?
you don't have to
Also,
pay every time.
let's talk about more icks. Whenever she talks about her ex.
Well, straight up, obviously.
I went on a date with a girl, and I don't know if I told you this. So we basically were just casually talking, and every time we brought up a situation, she'd be like, "Oh yeah, me and my ex did this," or something about like going on a trip. Yeah, I went to this place with my ex, and I'm just looking at her like, What?
Let me expand a little bit on that. And I think if you've been talking to her for a while, and it's like the first time you're hanging out, it might be okay. There's some.
it's a first date.
where-
It's a first date.
But if you've been on like FaceTime or texting, it might be okay. But if it's the first interaction with her and she's already talking
But-
to her ex, no.
I guess if she talks about it once, okay. But bro, it was like every like time there was a topic of discussion, it would be something along the lines of like, "Oh yeah, me and my ex did this," or
That's where it starts comparing.
Yeah.
She's kind
Yeah.
of comparing you to that guy. Yeah. No, I agree.
yeah. I think we both have like a agreement on like the way she like carries herself is an ick.
Yeah.
That's
That
like
should
the
be a huge
biggest
ick.
thing, right? Like
And then
like you
obviously
said.
communication, like conversations, if it's just surface level.
Okay, what do you think, guys? Like, what do you think icks that we do?
Oh, there's a lot, dude. Overcompensating because you're insecure. That's number one.
Dude, yeah. Acting like you're rich when you're poor, shit.
Number two. What else?
No, but women be like, "Oh, I don't like the way he like put his elbows angle to the specific.
But that's just because they're looking for things that are wrong with the guy because they don't fucking like him in the first place. But I mean, like, other icks that guys do, I think is like not letting the girl talk, only talking about himself and everything that he's good at and everything he does, and like, oh, I'm the man, like all these other guys, blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
Talking about other women while you're on a date with the girl.
Yeah. Do you know this?
Oh wait, one more.
Yeah.
Oversharing, and this is for both sides. Oversharing your private life when you just met them.
And they're like,
dude,
that's so big.
Come on, bro.
I think that's
you just met me. Like, you're
I think that's
tell
a
me your
red
whole
flag.
Life story.
That's a red flag if somebody like shares too much so quickly. It's
Yeah.
like, I just met you and you're already like telling me your life,
It's like,
like in depth life, like something like that changed your life that you shouldn't tell people right when you meet them.
It should take a while to be able to explain like your life to people. Like, it shouldn't be like first date.
Some girl got the ick from me because I looked at my phone too much.
That's another one. I agree with
And
her. Even on the girl side, I don't like that.
I was only doing it because I probably was not having a good time. Let's be honest. So some of them are beneficial, but like,
well, no, you're just showing your signs. You're showing body language and signs that you're not interested.
like naturally you're not interested.
So that date didn't go well.
Ideal girl, when you go on a first date, what do you expect her to wear?
Something nice, classy, depending on what the date is. But like, dude,
You getting dinner.
Like,
What do you?
It could be a dress, but not a mini dress.
Okay.
Like, that comes down to how they portray
What do you
themselves.
wear?
What do I wear? Also depends on like a nice dinner. We'll go with a nice dinner. I'll wear a nice pair of pants, some like shoes, a t-shirt, or maybe a button down.
Your little linen.
Yeah. But that's just my style. What would you wear?
Honestly, because it's a first date, depends. Like, if we're going on a dinner date, I'd probably wear like black like slacks that are like, they're just, I don't know, just slacks, and then white like nice sneakers and a nice polo.
Usually white sneakers go with everything.
Yeah,
It's,
white
like,
sneakers
kinda
and a
classy.
polo. Like,
But on a girl. I want to know what you think.
on a girl,
Like, what if she's wearing like?
preferably black. Like, if she was wearing like a black
care about the
dress.
color?
Yeah, I don't know. Women, people look nicer in black. You know, like I would find her more attractive if she was wearing a nice black dress that like makes her look pretty, right? Like, she's probably pretty because you're on a date with her, but that gives, like, wearing a dress in general on a first date, and this is like my opinion, so nobody like come at me. It's just like, it's just showing like you care, you know?
I don't necessarily agree with that.
You don't think so?
She could be wearing a really nice blouse with slacks, like girls.
But like, girls say this all the time. They sat for 45 minutes to do their makeup and got a nice dress on. You know how long it takes them to put on an outfit to find a fit?
Yes, I know, but
So
it doesn't have to be
if
a
she
dress.
purposely, I find it so attractive that she is dolled up because of you.
Yeah, but you're classifying dolled up with dress. It doesn't have to be.
Well,
a dress
I'm
to be
putting it
dolled up.
all together, right? Like, she took her sweet time to find this specific dress to make her look great.
But it doesn't have to be.
And it doesn't have to be, but that's what I prefer. Like, if I'm wearing nice clothes, I want you to wear a dress. Like, you could dress up jeans and like a crop top. Women know how to dress, you know?
But that's not for a dinner date.
I've been on dinner dates with girls wearing that, and they look fire. They had heels on, like they had their makeup done, like they look good, you know? Like, so definitely, it's like, it just depends on like who the person is, but like,
and their style.
yeah,
They can rock it.
this is our opinion. Do not come at me or Biagio before you guys watch this podcast and be like, these are some narcissistic
By the way, these
motherfuckers.
are just like, you don't know this person, so you're really just looking at the.
I'm gonna be honest though, bro. I suck at like first impressions. I think you know this.
Yeah,
People think I'm a
he
douche.
spilled Sprite on me on the first time we hung out.
Yeah. No, but like in general, I think you are like, so basically whenever me and Biagio go out, everybody loves him because he's just like always nice. And everybody hates me. And then it kind of like, they realize that I'm actually not that bad, and I'm like the nice guy too.
Whoa, I'm not an asshole. And afterwards, when they get to know me though, so.
Yeah, but like, that's how
I'm still the
usually
same.
everybody we meet, they're like, yeah, Biagio's really nice. And then I'm like, okay. And every time like we become friends with someone, they always tell me like, oh, I didn't really like you in the beginning. Like, you just seem like you're a condescending piece of shit. And I was like, Okay, that's just because I'm really blunt as a person. So it like you said, there's been a lot of times that I've just said things, and I didn't read the room, and it's caused me to like.
Backlash.
Should we say what happened in college?
What happened in college?
Do you remember when we went to that party and I was?
Let's just say Xavier has grown drastically by making mistakes.
Okay, so basically, I'm not gonna say what I said because it was like extremely inappropriate.
I
and,
wasn't
like,
there, by the way.
You were there. You were just
No, this was Austin. I
forgetting
wasn't
people's
there.
names.
That was not that day.
That was that night.
No, it was Halloween, and I wasn't there.
Dog, it was I'm not gonna say whose birthday. It was someone's birthday. We went to
I wasn't there, dude. I wasn't for that birthday.
I have a video. You, me, Yari.
That wasn't the same day.
I was wearing a blue. Yes, it was. That was the party night.
Okay, well, whatever. It doesn't matter.
That was the same day.
It doesn't matter. It's cool.
Basically, Biagio was doing his thing, and I was doing my thing, and I said something extremely provocative that was out of context. And I didn't really mean it, but I also was in that age where I lost a lot of weight, so I was kind of like, I was kind of a douche. I was a D-bag, let's be honest. I think every guy has a phase. I don't know if you did. I think you had a phase. Oh, fuck me. Okay, anyway. So, the word got around while we were at this party, and when we left, my friends that invited me told me, like, all her friends hated me after what I said. And now I'm like self-development.
Obviously,
right? Like,
we grow as humans and as people, and friendships change sometimes. People don't align with your values anymore, and then you have new friends. But let's talk about.
But
friends.
I feel like that's a great way to put it because people naturally grow. But the real friends are the people that you can stop talking for months. When you see them, it's like you talked to them yesterday. Has there ever been a scenario where you've been friends with someone because you had to due to like other people being friends with them?
Well, yeah, I feel like we all have. Like if you're part of a friend group
and you don't really fuck with them,
and they're they're part of it, what are you gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna not hang out with everyone because that person's there. No.
Yeah.
Like you just don't actively go out of your way to become best friends with that person. You just hang out with them socially when they're in the part of the group. Like
yeah, I mean, like in that situation, you're at a party, and like you're not just gonna ignore them.
That's what I'm saying. You're socially friends with them.
But bro, the older I've gotten, the more I realize that like, even like obviously you hang out, your friends get older, people start becoming where they don't need to acknowledge you. They don't care. Like I've been in situations, especially in the South Asian community, where you'll meet friends and you'll meet their friends and they'll just think like you don't exist because they just don't want to talk to you. So
I feel like that happens a lot, not just with South Asians. I mean, in general.
Yeah.
People, that first contact, like when your friend comes and says hi to you and just completely ignores me, like they don't know me, but they don't even introduce themselves.
That's happened. Yeah.
That's not good etiquette. And I'm not saying that I haven't done that. I've done that too. But that's just something that I guess it's a big issue in general. Because like either person, even if the person comes, your friend should introduce you.
Yeah.
Or they should introduce themselves. Because there's a person there. You can't just ignore that person.
Yeah. You also heard that saying, right? Like guys make friends easier than women. You see that TikTok where guys
you're walking on the street,
like, what's up,
and
man?
then you see them again.
That's kind of what you and me did too, right? We just like went bowling and then we hung out again, and then again we just got cool.
Yeah, that's
me and Jay Paul.
But I don't think I think girls make friends easier than guys.
But
I think guys
I'm getting canceled for this, but girls start so much drama.
But that's just normal.
Girls have a lot more drama than guys. Like when guys fight, they just talk it out.
That's just normal because that's just they're more emotional than we are.
Also, like, do you notice the women that only have guy friends? They're also really cool.
Is that a red flag?
That's definitely a red flag. Okay. But like those women are also really dope.
So, tangent to this.
Yeah.
If you have a girlfriend, what do you think of your girlfriend having a guy best friend?
Well, obviously, that guy best friend has probably thought about her, and if they never got to that situation, okay, fine. I wouldn't care. Now, in my past, yes, 100%, I would be like, no. But now I wouldn't care because, like, if you want to be with someone and they want to be with you, they'll do that. Like,
I feel like naturally
They should have dated a long time ago.
If they want to be with you, they'll slowly bring back the attention to their guy best friend. It's not that they won't be best friends.
Yeah.
It's that a lot of those things that they would tell them, they will now tell
you.
you.
Let's be honest, like with us too, right? Like we talk a lot, but if you and me have girlfriends, we're not gonna talk as much as we normally do because we have partners. Same with the opposite sex, like right? Like I have a lot of friends that are women. And, like, if I'm in a relationship, I'm probably not going to speak to them as much as I should.
But personally, I don't think if you're in a committed relationship with someone, the guy shouldn't have a girl best friend.
Yeah.
And the girl shouldn't have a guy best friend.
Because
your guy best friend should be your boyfriend and your girl best friend should be your girlfriend.
It's also the level of communication. Now, if your partner doesn't want you to have the opposite sex as friends, they should note that. And, like, if you want that for yourself, that's fine. But, like, that is a conversation you have to have because a lot of people don't have that.
Well, I don't think, this is my opinion now, I don't think a girl cannot have guy friends. I'm just saying that level of friendship should be decreased now that you have a boyfriend and he should be your guy best friend.
Yeah.
Because now you're telling your guy best friend things that your boyfriend's doing when you should be telling your boyfriend.
And you know what he's doing, the guy best friend?
He's telling you that he ain't shit. And you need to leave him.
Yeah.
And the same is the opposite with a guy telling his girl best friend.
Yeah.
Same shit.
But, like, I feel like in that scenario, like, if a guy has a girl best friend, she's probably not interested in him. He probably is or was. And, like, she's genuinely giving her opinion. But vice versa, if a girl was saying how her boyfriend was fucking up, the guy would probably want to self-sabotage to get with her. I've been in these scenarios and I've heard that.
I agree with you. A guy best friend most likely has feelings for the girl. A girl best friend most likely doesn't have feelings for the guy. But in general, in a relationship, your personal problems with your partner should be your personal problems with your partner.
A lot of people fight. I've been in situations where I would fight with my girlfriend at the time because she would, I don't know if you've heard of emotional cheating is like just as big as like physically cheating.
Obviously.
And if they're expressing...
And it's way easier to emotionally cheat than...
Yeah. And if the person is expressing how they feel or they're sad or whatever to their friend, that is a level of emotional cheating. That is it. Because why can't they tell their partner that? And I think that's a big deal.
You're not wrong. And that's where,
Emotional cheating is cheating. It's probably the worst cheating.
Let me ask you a question because this is kind of juicy in my opinion. When you have a girlfriend, she'll usually tell you
when guys DM her,
but she won't. This is my opinion. She won't tell you when guys that have a chance with her are DMing her. She'll tell you the ugly guys. She's like, "Look at this guy who DM'd me," but she won't show you the actual guys that she's like, "Oh, if this doesn't work out, I have this option right here."
That is so okay. That is so true because, but you know why they do that?
Obviously.
Because if you fuck up,
she has options.
She got to run her up. You know what I mean?
And damn. That's where social media.
Piaggio, you got it, bro. We obviously still look at women, but we look at more subjectively. Girls don't.
Well, guys love unconditionally. Girls love conditionally. If you're not working for her, she'll find someone else. Guys will usually stay longer than a girl in a situation like that because they have so much more options than guys.
It's also we're a lot more visual, right? If a guy if for instance if a guy is dating a girl and she's like not how she used to look, or they're always arguing and he sees a nice bright shiny penny, that's a metaphorical way to see an attractive woman, he's gonna look at her, right? He'll do it regardless.
I think it depends.
I mean, bro, we're dogs. We are dog. Men are dogs.
No, that's not true.
I got the dog in me, bro.
I think guys that are emotionally unavailable or emotionally immature are dogs. If you're focused on your goals, you don't have time to look for, you don't have time for that.
Most guys cheat more than women. Why?
No, okay, no. Yes.
This is literally a question. Why do people cheat?
Why do people cheat?
Yeah.
I'll give you my opinion on both sides. Guys, a lot of the times, guys cheat because they're not thinking about it. They just want the physical.
Yes.
Girls, when they cheat,
they're
emotionally detaching from you.
They're probably already emotionally detached from you.
In my opinion, it's worse when a girl
cheats than a guy, right?
Yeah. But it's horrible either way. You shouldn't do it.
So that statistic correct? Do you think it's correct that men cheat more than women?
I don't know.
I know this because I've heard that whenever women are coming to the end of their relationship, they check out months in advance before they actually break up.
Maybe not even months. They check out before they break up.
And
Guys check out when they break up.
So like a lot of times women move on quicker than men because they've already been over it. But there's a lot of girls that will check out, and then like whenever they break up, they'll start talking to somebody else, realize that shit ain't it, and they'll compare you, and they'll go back to you.
Sometimes.
That comes back to what we said before, where they have a lot more options.
Yeah, but they try.
Well, let me give you an example.
They try to fix it.
Let me give you an example.
Mostly.
Right? Hypothetically, let's say you have 7 nice cars, right? If one stops working, and it's like, it's going to stop working, wouldn't you just drive the other car?
No, because it's an asset that you bought and you have a lot of money in.
Okay, finance guy. I didn't mean it in that aspect of metaphor.
This is not a good metaphor.
I'm just trying to give you a point. If you had... if you had a Ferrari, a Lambo, and a Bugatti. Okay, Ferrari, Lambo, and a McLaren.
No, you're not gonna just throw it away because it doesn't work. No, you just bought $100,000 car.
Okay, you're looking at it. I'm not saying in that aspect. I'm just giving you an example of like, if it doesn't work out, they'll find better, and they'll look for better, or they'll just go to something better.
What you do is, the car keeps breaking down. Now I'm gonna sell it. Because this car obviously doesn't fucking work.
That's not what I'm trying to say. You're making this extremely like...
No, that's a bad example.
How do I get... Okay, let me give you another example then. Clearly that's not... Doesn't make sense to you. If you had 3 pencils, right? And your pencil broke... The tip broke. Are you going to go sharpen it? Or are you going to just use the other pencil you had?
Dude, why the fuck would you not sharpen it?
Shut up, dude. You know I'm right.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. That's the same metaphorical way to say if women... find someone and they don't like them and they end up not liking them, they'll just go to the other pencil. They'll find another because they have 2 other options.
That's a bad example because the pencil only broke the fucking tip. If the pencil keeps breaking, then yes, you'll go to the other pencil. But you just broke the tip. You're really gonna.
You just answered it. The pencil keeps breaking. She eventually uses the other pencil. Okay, motherfucker, I'll do pens. I'm sorry.
No, it's not about the pens. It's not about the cars.
I'm just trying to state a point, like, and you agreed with 5 seconds ago, where if she checks out, she knows she'll actually find something, and that's what's incentivizing her. Yeah, so
that makes sense.
Okay, fuck you, dude.
Good. There you go. Good. So my question to you is, you make it in social media. You're and you influence people. Your whole life is in the spotlight. How would you handle your relationship with your partner?
Well, it would be offline. Depending on who she is.
That's not possible.
If she,
we just talked about that.
If she is a creator, then we would both be posting each other mutually. There's couples that do it successfully. If she is not, it's her choice. I would base it off her. If she wants to be in it, I'm okay with that. If she doesn't want to be in it, I'm also okay with that. So it just depends on what she's comfortable with. Personally, I would want her to be in my videos because it would, I want people to see that I have a girlfriend or a wife or whatever. And like, why not? Is it realistic when you have all those eyes on you and people's opinion? No. And is it good for you?
Unhealthy.
No. Yeah. So it really just depends on like where she is. If she's confident and doesn't care, because I don't give a shit, right? If she's confident and doesn't care, then yeah, why not? But I'd rather not, if that makes sense.
I agree.
All right, guys. Thank you for, watching our podcast. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, please do. This is CHAII SHYY signing off. Biagio, get in the shot.